All right, welcome to another episode of Bear Talks. I'm Linda E, and let's see who we got in the building today.
Well, this is Anthony.
You got Paul.
Ollie.
You got Marissa.
Come on.
Let's go.
All right, so first topic today. There's a lady called Sammy Woodhouse. It's been in the papers recently. She was raped when she was younger, and the guy who committed the crime, he is a registered sex offender. He went inside for about 30, he was sentenced to 35 years. He done it to about 23 other children. Now, when she was raped, as a result, she had a son. Now, from prison, he is asked to have visitation rights for the son, and also the courts have asked him to apply for custody so that he has rights to say where the son should live. He'll keep up to date with the son and what's happening with his life. Do you think this is fair? Do you think it's just?
No, absolutely not. Like straight away, yeah. If this is a rape victim, and as a result of a rape taking place, a child has been born. If that's not bad enough, yeah. So what? This kid should have to actually meet his daddy who raped his mother. Like, yeah, I don't know how to even say that. I don't know how to put that in the right context, because that's just messed up. What kind of authority a council, like Rotherham Council, why would they actually allow or do this? Why? Human rights or not, this guy is known for committing over 35 offences. There might even be more we don't know about. And
question: how do we know the child doesn't know the dad at all? Like, how old is this child? How long ago did this thing happen?
Yeah, I was gonna say that actually.
So when she was 15, so
how old is she now?
How did the man know that? First of all, he's got a U anyway, because I don't know. Is there normally communication between victim and man in jail? So there's that to establish. Number two, how come nobody's actually taken the child's thoughts into context here? Because we're hearing what the mum's saying, which is understandable. From her point of view, she'll have that viewpoint. Do you know what I'm saying? She's been through everything she's been through. But we don't know what the child is saying. The child could have been pressing mum from day.
To want to see
I want to see my dad. I want to see my dad.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
But then in that context, you have to think, does the child know?
Is he mature enough to understand?
yeah, that's the point.
My thing with the whole, like, the thought of it, it's a bit nuts, because, like you said, it's a crime, innit?
Yeah.
So a crime was committed, but kudos to the woman for, like, actually, I'm not saying she should have, terminated the baby or nothing like that. That's not what I'm saying. But the fact that she kept it, with the issue of what comes with it, well done to her. But what the council and everything's doing and how they're trying to play it, it's kind of a mad thing, because we would all say things about father's rights and what you should get, because it's a very, very grey lines. Because I get he's still. It's mad.
Because even here's this, playing devil's advocate. What if he was a sick, twisted individual? Yeah,
which he is.
Which he is, okay. But I'm gonna say was, because he went to prison. Let's say during his time inside,
He's actually rehabilitated.
he has done a full 360, because people can change. Yes, what he's done is horrific, and if it wasn't me, I wouldn't even be trying to hear devil's advocate. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, he went inside and he's fully reformed. Does he not have a right to be part of his
I
child's
don't think
life?
he has a right at all.
No.
I don't agree with that business.
No.
It just shows the judicial system that we are, that we have in this country. I think it's disgusting. He don't have no rights. Yeah.
He shouldn't have any rights for the fact of what he's
how
done.
can he have rights for a child where he broke the law to conceive that child? And now he's in prison for it. He's done it to other children, but that just shows you what's going on behind closed doors with these judges and all these people at high levels. Them are nasty.
I guess, yeah. But on that note, I understand what you're saying in that, because you're thinking of it as, for the crime he's done and how we're thinking of it being such a bad thing, and it should go down for it. It shouldn't have any rights. For them to still have the mind of having him to feel like he should have a bit of rights with what he's done. I get what you might be saying about that, but I think it's still a bit of a grey bit of, if you was to say no to it, then you lose the thing of, like, rights of him being a father.
Yeah. another child goes fatherless.
But not about that. But didn't you say that he done it to 23 other children?
23, yeah.
So right now, he should be on a
sex
offenders list. Not only that, it's paedophilia. Yeah. So why should you be around the child?
How many years did he get?
Your child or not?
How many years did he get?
He got 35. I don't know how many he served though.
Wait, 17 and a half.
No, he's still
in. Oh, okay.
And supposedly, I read a bit about that story. They said that, the lady said that she tried to apply for a passport for her son, and they basically said, they said that he needs to, the dad needs to prove it. Yeah, that's what she said.
No, see, I personally think he should. Something you just said that really just tweaked to me, right? He is on the sex offenders list, so from that point, he should have lost all rights.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. Yeah. Simple.
See, that is that would tell you, is he really on the sex offenders list then? Are these accusations, or is this like legally something that he was convicted of?
I want to say the fact that, I know it's going to sound so wrong, but the fact that he's been convicted of it and there's 23 people that have come up and said he done what he's done, it's no longer an accusation.
So this shouldn't even be up for question then.
Exactly. No,
23.
In the thoughts of it all, that's what I'm trying to say.
Get 23 years for raping one
person. 23
kids. He got 35. He got 35.
Okay, 35. So that means that
should be life.
Yeah, it should be life. It should be life. Victims.
In special circumstances.
That he's had, obviously.
So in the same thing of talking about rights and crimes and everything else, I'm thinking now, like, should all criminals not have any rights then?
Depends on the crime, I say.
Because
in terms of children, in terms of what he's done, straight away he doesn't have the rights that you're talking about. But there are criminals that have done things wrong, but that doesn't mean they shouldn't have the right to see their children as and when they come out of prison. But in this particular circumstance, you cannot. The council cannot justify what they're doing. There's no justification whatsoever.
He might not have changed. He might do the same thing to the child. He might even try and groom the child and turn him into a mini him. He shouldn't be allowed.
At the end of the day, he's a kiddie fiddler. Yeah.
Full stop.
So is it a boy or a girl?
Doesn't matter.
No. It doesn't. But it's
son, so it's a boy.
It does say it's a boy, but it doesn't matter. This child, listen, guys. This child has been born, This child has been conceived. However old he is, he shouldn't know anything about his dad until, like, if necessary, when he's 18 or 21. If necessary, then when he's an adult, he can make up his own educated decision.
Yeah, if he wants to see the.
Yes. Full stop. You can't. Don't put that kind of burden on a kid before he's grown. Even as a grown man, like, really, you don't want to be knowing how you were born like that. That's messed up.
Yeah, that's messed.
Seriously, it's messed up.
That's what you call a bad start.
It's a damn shame.
That could rip someone's mind apart knowing that.
Totally change these paths going forward.
You know what? Like, I know somebody that I met a couple of years ago, like. And we were sitting down one day and he was telling me about how he was conceived. His mother was raped in at war. Like, his mother was one of these war victim children.
So she's a refugee.
She was a refugee at the time.
Okay.
This particular kid, like, was conceived that way. And, like, he's a grown man now, but when she actually told him about the situation, he fell into very deep depression for a while. And even now, when he's never really told anyone that. He told me about it, and I didn't know. Like, he just wanted to talk to someone about it. I didn't really know what to say, because, like, normally I can relate to find something to say. I was just like, bro.
No, they say there's some things that people are never meant to know and find out.
And this is one of them
that
things.
Might just be one of those.
It's one of those things.
Like, in saying that, I don't believe that.
No,
because, like, you can move from that and take it into what we don't talk about a lot, which is, like, mental health and the fact of when people keep things in.
That's true.
And don't release and don't say and don't talk, it can play in your head. So the fact that that individual is speaking to him, it can be like a little nice way of, like, releasing, talking about it, taking it out of his head and unclouding it. Sharing helps.
The thing is, that's good for that example where he was able to, But how about the people who get stuck in that and they can't break away?
Yeah, but
and it's as a result of maybe being told something different, or being told something that, you know, could trigger something.
That's probably why you should be told in a certain setting, like with a counsellor.
Age, even.
Do you know what I mean? Like, make sure there's a counsellor on deck.
No, but I feel like,
and then
I get that, but not everyone can have like access to counsellors and everything.
It's free on the NHS, man.
Yeah, but there might be a mad waiting list for that. So my thing is, my thing, the way I'm looking at it more is talking to people, and like us as people sometimes don't really like to talk. And when someone actually wants to talk to you about stuff, you're not really listening. So it's a thing that people can. Because when you said that about keeping it in, and I thought, no, you shouldn't keep things in.
No. When I say keeping it in, I mean, like, it's almost like her, like the example of the woman sharing the information with her son. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, that way she can go speak to her therapist about whatever. But if she's talking to him and telling him, your dad did this to me, blah blah blah, or whatever,
you know,
it could trigger something.
Unless this kid is really, really young, where he wouldn't actually understand things that are going on right now. This woman has waived her right to anonymity. Whatever. She's waived her right to that. Yeah. So seeing as she's waived her right, this kid probably knows something's going on. Yeah. So it's already a bad look, because all this attention is around his mother. So this kid has to go to school.
Mum is
viral. This kid has to go to school, you know.
And face.
So forget about
and that can lead to like bullying.
You know, a teenager, to be honest, because didn't she say she was 15? Yeah. And she looks 30 odd now. She looks 30 odd, so that's a teenager, man.
That's mad.
Like, seriously, that kid, like, I feel sorry for that kid, because unless, like, even if he's got some good friends, there are going to be some idiot kids trying to take the piss. And that's why I'm saying, in this day in any day and age, things like that, if you really are going to discuss that with your child, it should wait until they're fully grown. Not before. Because, as I said, this kid's got to go to school. Like, he might have friends that he plays on the streets with. Like, so all those people, some are going to be taking the piss. Some are not going to know what to say to him. And
however, in her defense, I think the only reason it's come to light now is because of what's happening. It's because I agree with that. I do agree with that. Yeah. Which is why it's gone public. But
it's probably a really stressful time for her, to be honest. Because that's
stressing.
Like, think of it like this. Can you imagine how women and men feel every day when they're trying to get custody of their children, or even like, what's the visits that they get? What's it called? Supported visits. Yeah. That in itself is a very stressful time. So can you imagine having to be constantly reminded of what's happened to you? Like, you've probably already tried to wipe it out your head when you're looking at your child. Do you know what I mean? Every single day. And then next minute you're getting letters and letters and letters telling you this guy needs to have the rights. Like, that must be really...
Look, the system is flawed in this area. The law needs to be changed, because how can people like this actually be allowed to write letters or even communicate with a council about these situations? So there's a grey area.
Human rights.
Yeah, but I heard
I get the whole.
No.
I'm sorry. I don't agree.
I'm literally saying it for the fact that if you're a paedophile, it's still got rights.
Look, any kid fiddler, like, I don't care.
I don't think, like, you're
they shouldn't be revolt of their human nature. Yeah,
I get that. I'm not.
Can I ask a question? Let me ask a question then. Let me ask you a question. So let's supposedly say, the reason why all of this is coming to light is because the child has said, I don't care. I want to see my dad. I want to have a relationship with my dad. I know what he's done, but you know what? He's my dad. I want to have this relationship. He's a teenage boy, and he's in the UK, number one. So, you know, he's going to get away with so much.
The dad is either, he looks quite
it's almost like the ball.
Somali, or maybe
it's almost like the ball's in the son's court at this stage. If it works out that way. But I'm just saying. Let me ask the question. So if that's his attitude, yeah, where he wants to build a relationship with his father, which is why all of this is coming to light and all of this is going in court and everything else, hypothetically speaking, what would be your lot's stance on that? Seeing it from that perspective.
He's a teenager. All right. No, but here's the thing, because let's not lie. When I was a teenager, I thought I knew it all, but I didn't. My parents still knew better than me as a teen.
Let's base it on his scenario then. Remember,
Okay.
he's only grown up with one.
Okay, cool.
And we don't know what his background is, so we can't.
I feel once again that his mum should be able to override what he wants, because he isn't old enough to make an informed decision. He isn't emotionally developed enough, because don't forget, our teenage years are puberty years. And yes, our bodies are developing, but our minds are developing too. He isn't emotionally mature enough to make that decision. So I think at this point, the fact that she is his legal guardian, she should be able to override whatever he wants currently. She's going to have to deal with whether he's going to hate her or not. She's going to have to deal with that, isn't it? Yeah. And make him wait until he reaches at least 16, 18.
But you're right, you know.
I'd say
if
18.
you think about it, the child might
Maybe
be
21.
16.
21.
The child might be 16, and in this country, you can get married at 16.
Buy cigarettes.
You can you buy cigarettes?
yeah.
I'm gonna go with
at
that.
16. You can have sex at 16.
Or it's changed.
You can also buy scratch cards and lottery tickets at 16. So
That's why
do you know
I
what
feel
I
like
mean?
it's in the papers. It's public knowledge for a specific reason. She's arguing it because she doesn't want him anywhere near, and she's giving us the image of what he is. Fair enough. I mean, I'm not going to discredit what she's saying, but we've not. And I know what you're not going to say. You're going to give the argument, which is fair enough. But we've got to look at it from the child's point of view.
And I agree with you. Like, I actually agree.
We can't discredit what the child is saying.
I agree with that. That's fine.
Or if the child is saying anything at all.
If the kid
How
wants that,
about
that's
we leave
fine.
it as that?
No, wait.
You know.
Sorry, wait. On saying that, with what's going on, sorry, it's coming off it. It's coming off it, but on it, it's just more. It's to do with the fact that, yeah, I'm gonna leave it on that.